Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, we are continuing our Laravel 9 e-commerce series. And now guys, in this video, we are going to learn how to display all the users and add new users and give the role also for that user as admin or user. So guys, now let's get started. So first, let's go to our database here on the users table. So here is our users table guys, and these data we are going to fetch in this dashboard. Okay, so now let's get started. So first let's go to our web.php, okay, and create a route with the name users in your admin prefix, okay, admin route. So yep, here you begin with your route. So before that, we need to create a user controller inside your admin folder. So guys, let's open our terminal, create the controller guys, php artisan make controller where inside admin /user controller. Okay, hit enter. Perfect. So controller created successfully. Let's close this. And now guys, let me just copy this route controller and end this route controller. Okay, and here let's change the controller name called user controller, and then let me copy from this above route and paste as users at index function. So this index function is going to be inside your user controller. So let's go to that user controller guys. Let's move to app http controllers, where inside admin we have a user controller. Done. And now guys, here you have to create a function with the name index, and we don't require any type of data here. Let's remove that and return view the page. So inside admin folder, create a user folder and inside that index blade file. As simple guys. Now let's move below and go to your resource views admin. Inside admin, create a folder with the name user, or let's make it users. Okay, so you can also create users. Inside this, you need to create an index blade file, index.blade.php. All set. And now guys, let's get back, and here just make it to users. Okay, as we have created that folder name as users. All done. And now guys, let's go to this index blade and extend the layout. So guys, we can just copy from our product index page. So let's copy from here. Okay, let me copy this complete code. Okay, full table, everything. Let's close this and now paste. So from top we will begin, and here I'm going to add one more section, that is for the title, and add the title users list. All done guys. And now you begin here and show the success status, and then your card and the card header. Inside this card header, I want to show users, and here we can tell add user. And now here you need to change the route to users. As simple guys. And now let's go inside the card body, and here we are going to show ID, then the name, email and role. And then guys, we don't require these two things and one action button. Done. And now we can loop this data here. Let me remove everything which we don't require here. Okay, let's remove. And now guys, first step, get back to your user controller and create a variable called users equal to your user model : just get all the users. And now let's copy this and send in a compact function. Paste. And now guys, import this user model. Okay, class imported guys. And now let's get back to this blade file with the variable users. So let's go to that index blade, add this for else. Okay, add this for else, we are going to paste this users as user. All set. And now you can copy this variable user wherever we are going to edit or delete the user, there you are going to show. Okay, so let me just show you here in this format, and here is the class. Okay, and now guys, I just wanted here to change the route users and user ID edit and delete. Okay, and now guys, let's start to show our data, that is ID, name, email and role. So first open and close curly brace, $user of ID, copy and paste, then name, then email, and finally the role. So role, how you can show in a if else condition. Let's break this and use a if condition. If $user of role underscore as is double equal to 1, and then give a label and use as a class here, where you'll tell badge button primary. Okay, so which is going to be a user. So let's tell user, and now again add a else if. Here you paste. Let me copy this condition, paste it, and now you can tell here if it is 1. Oops, here I have to make it to 0. If role as is 0, then he is user, else he is admin. Okay, at last use a else condition, and here you give none. Done. And now guys, let's come below, and here you see we have a else part where no users available, and this call span is going to be of 3 plus 2 5 rows. So you have to add here 5 instead of 7 and change this to users. So this links function is nothing but the pagination. So what you have to do, you just need to add paginate of 10. That's it, all set. And now you can access your pagination also. Cool. So now guys, let's get back and refresh on the users URL. Users data is added, and here for admin I want to show as green. So you can tell success, and here danger. Okay, now you can refresh. Perfect. So everything is working fine guys, and now let's add the user. Okay, so let's copy this route URL and get back to your web.php and just create here. So let me copy and paste, Control X and paste again at create function. Copy this, go to your user controller, and now create a function, paste the function name as create. Here you are not getting anything. Now you can return view where admin dot users dot create. So you can go back to your blade. Let me go to index. From there I am going to create a file, create.blade.php. Done guys, we have created the file, and now you can get back to your index blade of user at top and just copy this complete from the body. Okay, so let's copy this and paste here, and now you need to end all this div. So what we can do, go back to your index and just copy from there. Okay, copy this, paste. Done guys, this is my extra div. Let's remove that, add user and make this as a back button, back back, where the href is going to be only users, and here make it to danger. And now coming to the card body, set up as a form tag with the method post, capital post, and now when you're submitting the form, you need to send a CSRF token And now here action will be like, let's create on the same URL, that is nothing but admin/user. Get back to the form. And now guys, let's design the form. So I have already designed it. Let me paste that. Okay, done. So guys, this is my simple form where I have display is of name, email, password, and select role. And this is a submit button. And here form ends. As simple guys. And now let's check the output. Let's get back, hit enter. Perfect. Now guys, let's get back and write the code to store. Okay, so yep, let's get back. So guys, now we have to create a route. Okay, so let's copy this and create a route on this same URL with the post method. Okay, now we can create a route : post method, and inside this you are going to send. Let's remove this admin because it is already a prefix. And now guys, we are going to store function. So let's copy and go to the user controller at store function. So let's create the function, and the function name is store. We are going to get the request. So get the request of request, and we have to do the validation guys. Either you can use the form request validation or else you can do the normal validation. Okay, so now guys, what I'm going to do, let's do the normal validation. So validated equals to request of validate function, and inside this validate you have to do the validation. So let us go to the register controller guys, because we are storing all the same data. So you can get back to your auth and go to your register controller. We are in the register controller, and yep, this is the validator. Now what we have to do, we just need to copy this. Let's copy this and get back and paste here. So here you see that we have a name, and email should be unique of user stable, and the password is required minimum 8, and we don't need a confirmation. Done. And one more thing is guys, that is about the role. Okay, so let us just copy and paste here and tell role underscore as, and here it's an integer, and you don't read that minimum or maximum. Done guys. So this was the validation, and now let us copy the storing of the code. Okay, I mean to create the user. So you can just copy this, Control C, and get back. So here you paste. So here we are using a create method to create the data. So for that you need to go to the user model and update that one column, that is role as. So let's go to this user model guys. First go to your models, user.php over there, and here in the fillables you need to add that. Okay, so let's add that role underscore as. So make sure you are adding this. Now you can close back, and then you can use it over here. So let's copy and paste here, tell role underscore as. Done guys. And now guys, let's get the input requests. So for that, let's get this request of name. Okay, and let's change this format guys. So from here, which is going to be email, and the password also $request of password, and here $request of role as, role underscore as simple. Once user is created, let's return and redirect where on the admin/users page. Okay, with the message, the message is going to be user created successfully. And now guys, make sure these inputs are correct: name, email, password, and role as. So let's go to our createblade.php and check the input name attribute. Okay, so name, email, password, and role as. Everything is correct guys. Now get back to the user controller. All set. Now let's get back, refresh once. Yep, now I'm going to create Om Prakash. So Om at gmail.com, and password is going to be 1234567 and accept the user as admin. Okay, and here you see there is no Om Prakash data. Let me save the user. Okay, this hash is not found. Let's import that class, guys, this hash one. So for that, you can just go to your register controller and copy the hash one. Let's find it. Go on top. Here is a code. Class imported. Let's Control W and add this class, guys. That's it. Now you can save. Done. And now let's see here. Okay. Oops, I have added this request $, guys. Okay. Now we can save. And now, guys, let's again save this data. Click save. Perfect. So here you see, guys, Om Prakash detail is added successfully, and here you see user created successfully. And now, guys, let's go again add user, and for the validation you need to show all the details. Okay, so we have not entered any role, and if I click submit, you should get the error message, right? So for that, let's get back and go to createblade.php at the top of your card. Okay, go back to your products create. In that we have written a for loop. Okay, so let me copy that error code. Let's close back and paste here. As simple, guys. Done. So let's save again. So here you see the name field is required, email field is required, password required, role as required. So everything is required if you don't select any of them. And now instead of in this format, let me create a UL and LI. That's it. Done, guys. And now let's get back and go to the users and begin with the edit process. Okay, so let's go back to our indexblade.php, and we have an edit button. Inside this edit button, you see everything, the code is correct. Okay, so let's click on it. Let's click edit with the ID 4. Perfect. So we have got this user's ID with edit. Let's get back to web.php first and paste here. Let me copy this URL, guys. Let's create that over here, / user ID, and go to edit, and you go to edit function. So now, guys, get back to your user controller and create a edit function. So let me just copy from here and paste it. Y to type again, and just change the index name edit, and you have to get the user ID. So we are getting the user ID, and you need to find the user. Find or fail function, and inside that function we have to send the ID. Now, guys, we get the ID, that is user, not users, and you are sending here, and you are going to edit blade file. So now you can get back to your resource users. Let's move. Here is our users. Let me copy this createblade.php and paste again. So Control CV. All set, guys. We have successfully copied this, and let me rename this file. And now, guys, you can change the title, edit user, and then we need a success message also and error message also to display. And here change the card header to edit user, and back button is going to be same. And now, guys, coming to the form, here you need to update the data or user by concatenating the user hyphen ID. Okay, user of ID, we have given the data. And now, guys, how are you getting this user? We have passed that variable inside this compact function. Okay, so we get that, and then you show the ID here and update the record. So before updating, let's fill all the details in your input. So here you paste of name. Let me copy this and paste for the email, password we are not going to paste, just keep it blank. And now you can get back for the user selected. Okay, so select user. Let me copy this, and here you mention like role underscore as is double equal to 0. Then you are going to tell selected else null. So selected else null. And now you copy this, paste again, and here if you mention if it is 1, then selected else null. All set guys. Save it, and you can make this as update user. Okay, and now guys, you have to update the data. So for that you are going to update the data using method put. So let's use the put method, put, and you can copy this route, get back to your web.php. Here route : put method, and you update the URL. Here you are getting user ID. Let's mention as user ID, user underscore ID, and then let's go to update function. So move to your user controller and create a update function. So let me just copy the store function because almost all the code is going to be same. So let's paste here and name the function as update, and also in this update function we are getting the $user ID, okay, which is an integer. Let's mention this also and make sure you are adding here also. As simple guys. And now let's get back. So we are doing all the validation also and update the user. So when you are going to update, find the user or fail and then update the user. So find or fail, what you are going to find? The ID. You find the user ID and update the user data, and then you can mention the message user updated successfully. All set. And now guys, let's get back to your editblade.php. Done. And now let's get back and check the output. So refresh once. Perfect. So all the data are fetched guys over here, and here I see we have fetched wrong detail. It should be email, not name. Here you have to select email, name, email, password we don't require, and role as null. Done. And now I'm going to remove this Prakash and just add omn, and let's enter the password, update the user, and it should be omn only. Okay, email already has been taken. We are getting this message guys, but we don't need to update the email, right? So let's remove that option itself. Okay, so let me remove this email, and here the validation also, let's remove that. Only name, password, and role as. We can update these 3 records. So you can disable that edit option in your email, like read only. That's it. Save and get back. And now guys, let's update this to omn and give the password. And now guys, let's update. He is a user admin. Let's update it. Perfect. So here you see user updated successfully and the username is updated. Done guys. And now guys, let's delete this user. Okay, so yep, let's get back and go to your index blade file. Add this delete option. So when you click on this delete, first it is going to ask, are you sure you want to delete this data? Then if you click yes, then you are going to call this route. Let's copy this route and get to web.php, and then user route : using a get method. Let's delete this. Okay, here user ID and going to destroy function. Okay, so you can go to your user controller, create a function with the name destroy. So destroy function, and you are getting the user ID, and again you find that user $user equal to user model : find or fail user. You get the user ID $user ID. Okay, so this user ID you're passing here. if you find that, you can just delete the user. Okay, and then again return and redirect back to the same page with the message user deleted successfully. All set, guys. And now you can test this. Let's get back here. Let me add a dummy user dummy at gmail.com, password, user role, save, user added, and his role is user. Okay, and now guys, let's delete it. Let's click here, delete. Are you sure you want to delete this data? Okay, ID number 5 should be deleted. Perfect. Here you see user deleted successfully, and that ID is deleted. Done, guys. So guys, we have successfully learned how to display all the users and create the user by giving it a role and edit the user role. Okay, so guys, in this video, that's it. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Please subscribe, like, and share.